Our retail accelerator takes a startup company once they first started to get product market fit and scales them up through mass retail with the right capabilities to become a major player in their category. We had the hypothesis that there was a huge amount of industry infrastructure that helped companies get off the ground. But once a company gets moving, and you're a year, 2 years down the road, and you're starting to look forward to that, okay, we need to start taking our idea and taking it to market. It turns out there's really a big gap in the industry at that stage in a company's growth. Let's build a second stage accelerator to fit that need.
There are a lot of accelerators out there that help you bring your product from concept to the production, but there aren't many accelerators. In fact, there are only one or two maybe, which help you to take your product that you already produced and already pre-sold and deliver to your backers. And how do you take that product from there to the retail? And
we saw Retail Accelerator as an avenue that could actually get us to the mass market.
The RX program brings a much more kind of focused experience around the retail go-to-market strategy. But really the big difference is, the folks who run RX are a leading consumer electronics brokerage. It's just a whole nother ballgame to have that kind of focus. Even if you've gone through an accelerator, it's something worth considering because it's just the capabilities and the intention and the experience that RX is just much more, much more focused than I think the generality of a lot of the other accelerators that are out there.
If you're looking to do retail, super strongly consider because there's just not a lot of people who have that expertise, and it's a great team that supports you as you go from ideation through retail.
The Sprosty team, they're humble in terms of how they convey themselves, and that they represent a whole lot more firepower. And I don't believe they could find a better partner in terms of go-to-market than RX or Sprosty.
What I see as a big advantage for Retail Accelerator is the team that's running, the whole team that's running is actually been in retail. So that's a big value addition, right? Knowing what is retail and how to position us in the retail is a big thing for us.
Really, the entire network of people that are up here have such a deep retail experience that it really allows us to get what I like to call my masters in retailing in a really accelerated manner.
Now, if you're in retail, what you see is the number of companies that you have to sort through to find something that you can bring to market is like a haystack. And you're trying to find the needle in the haystack.
And there are just so many of them. And it's really hard to filter through the ones that are really going to meet the unmet needs of a particular retailer or channel.
So we were really trying to support two things and address two problems. One being find the needles in the haystack haystack's getting bigger, and two, when you bring those companies to me, prep them as much as you can to be ready for that moment. If we can make building a hardware startup less hard, what does that do for new founders that are thinking about building something and looking at the challenges traditionally of building a hardware startup? And if we've lowered those barriers to getting in that business, being successful, that's a big deal. It's a big deal for every one of our channel partners, our retail partners. It's also a big deal for the ecosystem as a whole. And at the end of this, it's you and I as consumers that eventually benefit because we'll find more products from more companies on a shelf. Everybody wins.